Hello everybody and welcome back to bloXCentric. My name is AngryK9 and today we are over here just outside of spawn. We are going to build a community ice farm on the server. Now as far as I know, nobody has an ice farm, and I needed some ice the other day that I was going to put in my nether tunnel, and I realized that I didn't have any, and there was no ice farm on the server that I was aware of, so I decided I'm going to build one for the community to use to farm ice as much as they need to. Well, I looked at the level seed in Amidst, and there was no cold biomes very close to spawn at all. Actually, they're all pretty far away. So I got to doing a little bit of research, and I discovered that water will still freeze if you get into an extreme hills biome above a certain level. I think it's level 95. And we have this extreme hills biome here just a little bit outside of spawn. You can see the fish hut down there and the flag behind me there. Spawn is just on the other side of that hill. So I came out here and scouted this area out, and I think this is going to be the perfect area to build the farm. Now I've already built this thing in a creative world, an exact duplicate of this world actually, in creative mode, and I've built it up here. And I've got a little bit of work to do here. The first thing I have to do is I need to level this land out here. Now I've already cut some of the trees down, dropped some more saplings in, because I'm going to need a little bit of wood, not a whole lot. Don't really use a whole lot of wood in this, mostly stone and stained clay. But what I need to do is I need to level all of this area off down to Y117. So I have to take everything here down to this level that I'm standing on. So I'm going to do that, and when I come back I'll have this ready to go, and then I will mark out the area for the footpads for this type of structure. I already have some cobblestone in the corners where they're going to go right here, and I've got some over there. And this is going to be a little bit different type of structure than what I normally build. The ice farm itself is going to be pretty much the same as the ice farm that I built on the unnamed server in the first season, the first world, but in that one, I pretty much just dug a hole in the ground and put it down in there. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to build it inside a building, and I turned that off. Sorry about that. I'm going to build it inside of a structure that sits kind of up off the ground, a different type of structure than what I usually build. I think it turned out pretty well in creative, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully everybody else will like it too. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and dig this top of the mountain down here, cut down all these trees, get rid of these saplings and everything, and put these torches back down to light the area up. And when I come back, we will be ready to start placing the cobblestone and building the footpads. Alright, I've got everything leveled out here, and I've taken all the trees down except those over there. I'm not going to do anything with that area over there, so I'm going to leave that as is. And I've got the cobblestone in the four corners here. And these blocks represent where each of the feet of the building, so to speak, are going to go. And there's another one over there. I'm going to start with this one, and these are really simple, nothing special here. Let me make sure. Yeah. What I'm going to do is they start out essentially just like this, 4 blocks on either side. And the top of these things is going to be right here at level 117 where I'm standing. So I have cobblestone in there, sort of in the center. I need to dig this dirt out around it here, just like this. And then I have the stone brick steps. Well, hello, Mr. Banana. I have the stone brick steps following right around just like this, all the way around, curving around this block. If I can do this without falling off. Ooh, that's close. Right close to the edge. A lot easier to do this in creative because, you know, you can fly. You don't have to worry about it. And one more right there. We got it. Okay, so that is actually the base of this particular footpad. And then I have more of these steps just like this all the way around this cobblestone block. And I think I might be able to get this without falling. So close to the edge. Ooh, oh, that was scary. A little unnerving working this close to the edge. There we go. And let me get a dirt block because I want to put it right here right on the edge just to cover that stone. Not that it's necessary, but what the heck. Okay, then I have this redstone torch right here in the center because I have 4 redstone lamps all the way around. One there, there, and one right there. Then I have the black stained clay on that side, and that side, and that side, and that side. Woohoo! And then on top of that, I'm just going to use some dirt here to build myself a little temporary set of stairs. Because right on top of this, I have more of these steps here going around and around. Just like this, and this is getting more and more precarious. This one's actually pretty close to the edge. The other 4 are not that bad, but this one definitely is. And I'm going to take some cobblestone here just to fill in the center area here, just like that. And then I have 2 stone half slabs stacked up on top of each other right there, just like that. And this is where the bottom of the superstructure will sit, right on top of that. And I have 3 more of these to build, 1 in each corner here. And I'm going to take this down just like that. So that is what the foot pad, so to speak, of this thing is going to look like. And let me go ahead and put dirt right there. And I think we got it good. And if you hear any noise in the background, I do apologize. The garbage truck has showed up in the neighborhood, and they are right outside the house making all kinds of noise. So, yeah. And I think we're good on this corner here. Go ahead and put that there, just for the fun of it. And that completes this foot pad, or leg, or foot, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to build the other 3 right there where that cobblestone is, over there, and then over here. And these out here on the farther side here, I'm going to use some cobblestone to build up a stone column, cobblestone column that the feet will sit on top of. So that way all 4 of them are level, and everything is nice and even. So yeah, I'll be back and I will do that. Okay, here we are back again, and I've got all 4 of the support structures in place. Got them all the way around here, and I've built myself a little builder's hut right down here in this one here. Got some supplies down here, stone, things like that. Tiny little hole here, got a bed here, and I've got all my stained clay and everything. Ender chest, everything I need down here, and a bed when I need to sleep. So what I'm going to do right now is grab myself some stained clay, red stained clay to be exact. And I need some stone bricks right here, and some of that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on the bottom platform of this thing, which I have already started here. You see I have the outline of it. I also have the center point marked. This is the center point of the farm, and this cobblestone here is outlining where I'm going to have the building underneath. Now originally I was going to have a nether portal right here in the center where this cobblestone pole is, and unfortunately I cannot have a nether portal here and link it up with the nether hub. It would require the portal to be literally right at the very entrance to somebody's nether tunnel, and that's just not going to work. I believe it was Gecko's tunnel actually is right where it would need to be. That's obviously not going to work, so I'm not going to be able to have a nether portal linked to the hub coming over here. So I'm going to have to find some other method to get out here. Spawn is just over there, just on the other side of that hill, like I said earlier. And that's the fishing hut down there. So it's not a far trek over here. Just not very safe at night. So maybe I will see if I can find some other alternative to it. Perhaps I could put a portal down there somewhere and then just have a stairway or something up to here. I don't know. Maybe one of the other guys on the server might have an idea as well. What I'm going to do now is to get started on this platform, I want to use this red stained clay because I have this lining the outside of this area all the way around. And I have some redstone lamps in various places here too. I'm not quite sure what the spacing is on those, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw all this clay up and try not to fall off the edge here. And I'm going to do this all the way around this entire framework on the outside. This is getting a little tricky over here. And I have actually already fallen off of this cliff once. I survived. Feather falling is very nice. And every time I drop there, I get a little nervous. But yeah, and I think I have these redstone lamps that I have up here. And they're just there to light the underside up a little bit. I think I have them about 6 blocks apart. Not really sure. So I'm going to have that all the way around. And then on the outside of that, I'm going to have these stone brick steps upside down. Just like this, all the way down. And, oh, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I'll take care of that later. Get into this area. I'll get that block of dirt. There we go. And there we still didn't. You know, these steps are such a pain in the neck. You got to get it right on the top of that block, otherwise it'll do it the other way, just like it did here. So I want these to be upside down, and they're going to be like that all the way around. And this actually forms the base of the ice tray, the very bottom of it. And the redstone, it's very rudimentary, very simple redstone, nothing complicated at all. Everything is controlled by one lever, and it's really a simple system. So all of that is going to sit right on top of this. So I'm going to do the red stained clay all the way around. I'm going to do these steps all the way around, just like that. And I'm also going to have those redstone lamps in there. And then, of course, this whole area here is going to be filled in solid all the way across with these stone bricks, just like this. Whoa! Oh, forgot that little drop there. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is build this entire platform all the way around here. And I'm going to go ahead and get these redstone lamps in place. And then I'm going to refer back to my screenshots. Like I said, I have built this in Creative already. I'm going to refer back to my screenshots and take a look. I think for the walls, get this dirt out of here. I think for the walls, I also have just stone bricks all the way up the side. And I do have one stripe of brown stained clay that goes all the way around this thing. And every so often, about every 6 blocks apart, I have another redstone lamp on the side. And then in the middle of those, I have some stone brick stairs in there with, I think, another block of brown stained clay or something like that. Not really sure. So I'm going to go ahead and stop recording here and build out the rest of this ice tray structure here. And when I come back, I'm going to go ahead and probably start on that build. Actually, I'm probably going to go ahead and start on this structure down here as well. This is nothing fancy down here. I just have stone bricks all the way around here, just like this. And it's just a round room. And I'm also going to have to make a supply run. I've got a few things I need to get. I need to get some stained glass and several other materials. Got to get some dark oak wood, some birch wood, and I think that's about it. Plus, I need to get some extra wood so that I can make a lot of chests. Alright, guys, and we are back, and I'm over here just outside of spawn in a little area that Kibitz and the Captain have just recently put together. And it is a little shopping district. You can see the sign in the background, Shoppe. Now, they've done quite a bit of work over here, and they have set up all these plots here for people to claim so they can build themselves a little shop. And I've already picked myself out a little spot. Right over here in the corner, we have K9's Corner, and I've got 2 different ideas that I might do here. Not really sure which one I'm going to build, but I'm going to have to work on that in Creative because it actually involves some redstone. Whoo! I'm doing redstone. What do you know? Maybe Dro can teach me a couple of things. But yeah, I've got this little corner over here, K9's Corner. Not really sure which one I'm going to do. 1 of 2 possibilities, maybe a third if I really sit down and think about it, but who knows. But they did a lot of work over here, and they made this area look really nice. It was pretty barren before. That hill was pretty much all stone and everything like that, and there was no real vegetation in this area, a lot of gravel and everything. But they cleaned it up, put a couple of fountains in, and I really like these fountains. It's a really neat design here. It's kind of off-center there. You have the main mast coming up here. And you have this area over here offset, and you got the water coming down on top of it. So I think it looks really cool. Got 2 of those, and plenty of vegetation and trees. Really looks nice. Makes the area look really well. And yeah, so we are going to head on over here. I've got most of the ice farm done, and you can just see part of it right there just as it starts to come into view as the chunks start to generate. And as we get closer, you can see we've got more and more of it done. Now I've done pretty much everything except the tray itself, including the redstone, and that's what we're going to take a look at when I get up there. I've got all of the main structure built, got the stairwell built and everything like that. The storage room underneath I have built, and let me see if I can do this. Try to hit it with a pearl, say right there. I missed last time, and I kind of got it. Yeah, so anyway, I think I showed this last time, my little storage room right here, and I think I've got a few things here that I need to toss in. I made another supply run, and I think this is going to be the last supply run. Not sure. Hopefully it is. Let me see if I can figure out where I need to put this. And I don't have enough room in there. Alright, I'll just go ahead and throw it in here. Doesn't really matter, I guess. And let's see here. Is there anything else I need? I'm going to put this redstone stuff in here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and take these because I'm going to need all of this. And better take a lever too. And I think that's going to do it for right now. And I'm going to take that ender chest up here. There's 2 of them actually. I'm going to put a couple ender chests up here. But yeah, you can see the structure I have here. Can't really see it too well from here. Let me go over here and get up on top of that if I can. It's basically just a large building sitting on top of a couple of support structures here. I think it looks pretty cool. Anyway, I like it. It turned out pretty well, I think. Now, I've done a little bit, made a few changes kind of on the fly compared to what I've done in creative. Mostly that was on the inside. Originally, I was going to put, didn't make it. I was going to put a nether portal inside, and I'm not going to be able to do that like I said earlier. Oh, hi. Get up there. Ah, darn it. There we go. Alright, so yeah. You can see I have the stairwell in the back there. I used some acacia wood. Got a lot of dark stained clay, black stained clay mixed in with some brown stained clay. Got some redstone lamps all the way around. I think 5 on each side. So there's 20 down each side there. And of course there is the support structure. And I've planted a few trees around here to just kind of populate the area a little bit so it didn't look so barren. So let's head on back over here and get out of the tree and take a look here. Now this room under here obviously is round, and it I wanted something to fill out the area a little bit underneath so this thing didn't look like it was just one big flat piece sitting on 4 legs. It didn't want it just looked really unstable like that. So I went ahead and put this area in here. Got some cyan stained clay with some stone bricks and half slabs down here. Got some white stained glass in here, and I've got the red stained clay down here with the redstone lamps all the way around, and some white stained glass up here. And I've got a door so we can get in here, and of course we've got the storage room down here. Like I said, originally there was going to be another portal right here, but can't do that, so that's alright. I kind of like this room without it. Now the design in the floor is different than what I had in Creative World, but I like this one a little bit better. I'm thinking about maybe replacing this all the way down here with the dark oak wood like I do there. Not really sure if I want to do that or not. I do like the brown stained clay mixed with the red stained clay as well, but I don't know. I'll have to try it out and look at it. But yeah, I've got plenty of chests here to store all kinds of extra ice, and I've got some half slabs here, just kind of give it a cross pattern up here in the ceiling. That way the ceiling wasn't just so plain and flat. As you know, I don't like plain flat ceilings and floors, and that's what we have here. So I've got a ladder leading up here to the area where I'm going to have all the redstone, and you can see that I've got a nice big open tray area here. Don't have it completed yet, obviously. That's where the top of the stairs are. And we're going to have water in this channel here all the way down on this side, and in a similar channel on the back side there. And I'm going to have a row of pistons all the way down the side here and over there. And I'm going to have pistons spaced evenly throughout this area here. All of them sticky pistons pointed upward, and they will all be holding on to some birch wood, except over here. Well, actually they will. They're going to be underneath this birch wood here, and the same back here, so that way it will hold the water back and everything like that. And of course I'm going to have a lever up here on the floor. The redstone is going to come down on these 2 cobblestone blocks, and I'm going to have the main trunk line, as I call it, running right down the middle here, and then all the pistons that I have spaced evenly all throughout this area will run right off of that. So let's go ahead and head to the top of those stairs there and get a look at it from that angle. Let me go ahead and eat here real quick as well. And there's one thing I want to do while I'm over here before I forget. Trying to think of where a good place for the ender chest would be. And I don't really want to break out one of these chests, but I don't really want to put it down in the floor either. So I don't want to just set it off to the side by itself. So I think what I'll do is, I've got this little area over here. I'll go ahead and put it right here. Oh, looky there. I forgot to do something. Ha ha ha. Let me take this step out. I need to put some blocks in there so that I can fill that in. So let me go ahead and throw these stairs back. And I'm going to go ahead and put this ender chest right here. And I'm going to have the regular chest there. And let me go get some blocks. Let me go back in here and put those right in there. And the one chest I had, I'm going to go ahead and drop it back in there. So there is an ender chest right here. So that's the main storage area. Ender chest right here. And it's a good place to put it right there. It's right by the door, right by the base of the stairs. And I was thinking about possibly putting another one up here, right in this corner. But I'm really not sure if that's going to be necessary. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and hold on to that. And if somebody says something, then I can put one there. I'll just go ahead and drop it right in there. And we will see if maybe in the future it ends up in there. I don't know. I might end up putting it here. Kind of like putting it in the floor, maybe at the base of the ladder, but I don't know. I try to avoid that. So anyway, let's see. I've got repeaters, and I don't have cobblestone, so I need some cobblestone. So let me run over here and get some cobblestone real quick. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have these pistons, sticky pistons, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, spread evenly all throughout this area right here. And they're all going to line up right with each of these areas, these strips of black stained clay here. So I'm going to put one right here and right here, and just like that. And they're all going to sit right on top of these cobblestone blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and place all these down. And on this side, and I think on the back row here that I'm putting down right now, it should be lined up there, and this one should line up with that one right there. Just like that. Alright. So anyway, on this back row here, I'm going to have another row of cobblestone that's going to run right along this side right here. And I think it just needs to go right to where... right to here, right? Yeah. And this is going to do this all the way down on this side, because this is where the pistons are going to sit that control the floodgate, as I call them. The wood that controls the pistons that, yeah, the pistons that control the water flow. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, and that one goes there, and this one is going to go right there, just like that. All right. So, and then we'll bring all this. Oh, I cannot talk. I'll bring this cobblestone down here this way. Oh, ran out. Next stack. And I think that is as far as it needs to go right there. Okay, great. And then I'm actually going to have to make more of these redstone torches. I don't seem to have enough. I thought I made a whole stack of them. I don't know why. Okay, now I think I got everything squared away here. What I was trying to do is, once I got this cobblestone laid down here, the pistons are actually going to sit one to the side of this, and all the way down here I'm going to have these redstone torches along the back of the cobblestone here. And these are going to be how we're going to control the pistons that control the water flow. Essentially, I'm going to have these redstone torches here, and then I'm going to have some redstone redstone wire. Golly, I'm just having all kinds of fun talking tonight. I'm going to have redstone wire running all the way down here on both sides. And let's see, I need one right there as well, just like this. And I'm going to have the redstone torches behind that. And the pistons are going to sit on top of the torches. And then along this area here, I'm going to have torches because I'm going to need to invert the signal that's going to come off of these blocks here, which is easy to do, just like this. And this way I don't have to have any repeaters in this part of the system to extend this wire all the way down, and we're just going to have that right there all the way. And then when I start putting the pistons on there, they all should extend for now, but they will eventually retract when I get the lever wired up. And I've got the lever in place, but I don't have it wired up yet, so that should take care of that. Alright, and then we're going to have these torches all the way down, and you can see they're going off because they are inverting, and this is how we are going to control the pistons. The whole concept of this farm is that everything operates from one lever, and I hope I have enough torches, but I don't think I'm going to. So yeah, and then the pistons are going to sit on top of these blocks, and then I'm going to have all these blocks here spaced out evenly, just like this, all the way down. One right there, and here. So I'm going to go ahead and place all these blocks here, and I'm going to get the sticky pistons placed on top of them. And when I come back, we'll put the repeaters in place, and we'll talk about how we're going to control this. Okay, I've got all the cobblestone and the pistons placed the way I need them. And I've got all this area over here. I still got to place these pistons on this side, and I will do that in just a minute. First, I want to talk about how I'm going to control this. Now, the lever is right up there on the floor, and it is right on top of this block. And then we've got redstone coming down this cobblestone here, right to here. And I'm going to have one main redstone wire going right down the middle here. And I'm going to have to figure out where I need to put the repeaters. This only needs to go to right where that torch is. So I'm going to move that torch right there. And I need a couple of repeaters in here, obviously, so I'll drop one right here at the end of this signal, and that should extend it on to this part. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that one right there. Will that work? No. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop another one. Oh, how about right here? Just kind of put it in there randomly, and that will extend that piston, and that is what we're going to need. And then I'm going to split this one off in this direction, and this one's going to go there, and there, just like that. So all these pistons are going to start extending as I drop in the redstone, which is okay. That's what we want. Now, I'm going to have to do it on the other side as well. And we can run the redstone wire right to the block that's underneath the piston. And that redstone wire will power that block, which will control that piston. But when we want to get the signal out of this block, obviously we need to use a repeater. And that way it will pull the redstone signal right out of that block, and then we can extend it right onto the other row of pistons, just like we're doing right here. And let's move that torch as well. And I'm going to replace, or should I say move all these torches around, get them to where I want them. And then we can just put the redstone down, and that will take care of this end. Well, I've got all of the redstone in place and all the torches down there placed, and I've gone ahead and put in the floor. And I'm just putting the finishing touches on it right now. I'm going to have some light over top of it here. And I can only put that in a certain area. And instead of pillaring up and putting them on top of that and then digging all the pillars out, I thought I would do this a little bit differently. Since everything is working right now, I can throw this lever and push all those lights up right where they need to be. And they need to be 3 over those blocks there. So that's how I put those in place. So now I can take all that dirt out. And once I've got all that taken care of, we'll run underneath here and take a look. Now, I put this floor in here in sort of a grid pattern just because I didn't want one big solid mass of wood. And the reason why I used wood, obviously, was so that when you're over here and you are harvesting the ice with an efficiency 4 or efficiency 5 pick, whichever they might want to use, They can hit the wood here. We can hit the wood, and the wood does not break as easily as the ice does, obviously. So that way we don't break out the floor of this thing, let the water run down, and end up knocking out all the redstone. So, yeah, and as you can see over here, there is the water channel. That is where the water is going to go. It's also going to go over there in that side. And when I throw this lever up, right now this is harvest mode. When these wood blocks are up, then the wood blocks along those channels are also up, blocking off the water source and allowing this tray to freeze. And then once it all freezes, we just run through here, harvest it all with our Silk Touch pick, and then once it's completely emptied out, just throw the lever again. That will open up the water source, and the water source will flow all the way to this corner and fill up the tray. Once the tray is filled up, throw the lever again, and it is ready to freeze. So we are ready now to put the water in place, and I've already gone ahead and removed, put that there so I have a place to get up. I've gone ahead and removed the half slabs over here where the water is going to go. And I'm going to put the water in using these two buckets, just like always. Put in one right there, and hopefully I don't jump off of this thing. And skip a block, excuse me, and put another one in there. And then I can just do this every other block. Okay, I've got all that water in place now, and all the half slabs are back over top of it, and none of it should be frozen, hopefully not. We should be ready. So this thing is pretty much done, assuming that it actually fills this thing up when I throw this lever. Now, I put these glowstone blocks over here, and I really did not want to use floating blocks like this, but I kind of didn't have any choice. I cannot have any blocks over any block that's going to have water on it, otherwise it will not freeze. Unfortunately, even though these glowstone blocks are here with the spacing in between them, they do not light this thing up sufficiently at night, so when there is no ice in the tray, mobs can still spawn. During the day, it's not a problem. Things won't spawn up here, but at night, if anybody's harvesting up here in the dark, they're going to have to keep their eyes open because mobs will be able to spawn. So, what I'm going to do is throw this lever, and hopefully, if I did everything right, this thing should fill up all the way across here, and this entire tray should be water source blocks. I have not checked this off camera. This is a moment of truth. We're going to do it at the same time and learn the results. Here comes the water. It is flowing right across with no problem so far. Looking good. And it is going to work. Awesome. So this entire thing filled up. So now we throw the lever here. Bring those blocks back up so that we have a good start for the freezing. And I'm going to go ahead and pillar up on some dirt here and kind of watch this thing while it freezes. Or should I say I'm going to try to pillar up on some dirt since that's already ice. Go ahead and do it right there. And we'll just pillar right up here. And we are down to our last few blocks. And these guys just don't seem to want to freeze up. So we're going to go ahead and go down here and just knock them out. And put some dirt in them to get rid of the water here. Just to clear them out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and harvest the ice here. Just to kind of get an idea of how much we're going to get out of here. So we just pick a spot. And we just start harvesting away. We just break it all up. And I'm using the Silk Touch pick. Efficiency 5, Silk Touch 1. We'll just burn right through this stuff here. And since all this is wood, down here the floor and these blocks here are wood, we don't have to worry about the pick breaking through them. As long as we don't hit the half slabs up here, we'll be alright. Okay, I have harvested all of that ice, and I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 stacks plus 28, and if we add 12 for the 12 blocks that didn't freeze because I got impatient, that is 12 stacks, 14 stacks, plus 40. So yeah, you can see we get a lot of ice out of this thing when it is harvested fully, when the entire tray is full, and then harvested to empty like it is now. We're going to get a bunch of ice. So I'm going to take all this downstairs into the storage area and put it down there, and anybody who needs it can come along and get it. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and fill this thing up. So we'll go ahead and let all this water fill up, and it will be ready for freezing and for harvesting on the next round. So that is going to do it for this video. Just a little bit longer than I really wanted to, and I missed the dirt block somewhere. Now this ice block here. got in the way. That happens sometimes. It freezes too fast. It causes it not to fill up all the way. So that does happen sometimes. Easy fix. No big deal. Yeah. So I hope you liked the video, guys, as much as I like making it for you. Please feel free to hit a like if you did. And if not, well, that's okay too. So we'll see you next time on bloXCentric. My name is AngryK9, and I will see you later.